Hi, welcome to Learning GIS with QGIS. The title of this session is Adding Map Services to QGIS. The objectives this session is to understand map services, to learn to add map services in QGIS, and to add quick map services, web map services, and tile map services to QGIS. But first, it's important to understand what map services is all about. Base maps are often made available through web services or online web map services. And they are added as the first layer to QGIS. If you are presenting or mapping something, you usually use base maps. Base maps can be added to QGIS via plugins. That QGIS comes with the plugins. We saw that some time back. They can also be added via map services. So we'll do this both here. Quick Map Services is a QGIS plugin with a list of base maps. And we'll use this in this demonstration. Web Map Services, or WMS, is an interface for requesting georegister map images. So we will use that Web Map Services and connect to QGIS. Tile Map Services is a specification for tiled web maps developed by Open Geospatial Consortium, OGC. And this will access and install or connect these tile map services to QGIS. Why do we connect or why do we install plugin? For quick and easy access to these services in future. So in this demonstration, we are going to add quick map services by QGIS plugin and customize it. We are going to obtain web map services link from this website. If you click on this, to lead you to a website and connect it to QGIS. We are going to obtain tile map services from this website, NextGIS, and connect to QGIS. These two add one service at a time. But then we can add several services by Python script. And I'll demonstrate that. And I'll provide Python script for you to use at home. Let's do it. I'll first take you to QGIS website and install Quick Map Services. Then we'll look into further. Here is QGIS desktop user interface. We know the menu on top row. If you go to this plugins menu, then click on Manage and Install Plugins. Here you have a choice to select from all plugins or find out which are installed, which are not installed, or which are upgraded, and so on. Leave it to all plugins and then look for Quick Map Services. So that plugin. In my case, this Quick Map Services is already installed. So that's why it appears to be ticked. In your case, it might appear something like this. Something like this with the green icon on the left and the name. If that happens, just select it, the quick map, and install the plugins. I do not have to go through installing the plugins because the quick map services plugin already installed in my case. See? It's installed and ticked, meaning it's available. So you at home, select this and install. Once you install, close this window, go to Web pull-down menu, and you will find the Quick Map Services plugin here. And these map services available in my case are all these. In your case, when you first time install, you may not have all these services available. You may have only few of those. If that happens, scroll down to settings, all the way down. Maybe the list is not that long in your case. Go to settings. That brings this Quick Map Services setting window. Go to more services and click on Get Contributed Pack. That adds you more services to your plugins. Once you completed that, you should be able to see all these services available. What they are is now if you want to any of the services to display, for example, it's readily available to you. So it adds to your layer and you can see it. Untick not to see it, or remove it. So any of the services, Quick Map services, you can add like that. OpenStreetMap, CMAP. Some services may not be readily available because it depends on how much download has to be done, but others are quickly available. You need to see which are easily available and which are not. So that's one way of adding links to map services in QGIS via Quick Map Services plugins. The other way is to use other functions, services function, and they are web map services here, web coverage services, web file services, and web feature services, not file, sorry, and so on. We'll at least go through these web map services and these XYZ tiles in this demo. To do this, I'll need to take you to the website to find the address, then we'll come back to this. Let me take you to the website. You remember the link we pressed before on the slide? So we'll go to that link. So here is the first link from the slide, the GEPCO WMS Web Map Services site. And if you go scroll down slowly, there are few maps. The global map, center to North Pole, center to South Pole. So there's a global map that can be accessed. If you want it to be centered to North Pole, you can use this, or centered to South Pole. We'll just simply want to connect to global map. They always, these map services is provided by URL, the address, and that's the address. So select this address and copy. And now go back to QGIS and connect it. Take you there. We are back in QGIS, and you see the web map services here, WMS. right click to this and press on new connection. When this comes up, you remember the URL we copied, paste on this one, the bottom one, URL, paste here, and this is a world map, give a name, world map. And leave everything as it is, default, and press OK. What it does is it connects this web map services to world map, as you can see here. And world map is added. And if you drag and drop here, then it should zoom to layer. And once you zoom to layer, it shows this map, added map. Now remember, it can take a longer time depending on your speed of your internet connection. So it depends on internet connection. So if it takes longer time, just be patient. So that's how you connect to web map services. And from next time, when you open QGIS, that will be waiting for you here. So you can just open that base map instant. Let's do the similar task for adding tile map services. We'll go back to the tile map services website and grab some address and put it in there. And here is NextGIS tile map services website. By default, it's all services tab. If you click on TMS, tile map services, there are other services also available, as you can see. If you click on tile map services, these are the different services. You scroll down and find the one of your interest. There are many. If you go down the list, there are many services. Let's just take one of these. Open Map Surfer OSM Roads. If you click on that, this is Open Map Surfer OSM Roads. You scroll down, and here, tile map services info, and the URL given here, like before. You copy this URL, right click and copy. Now go back to QGIS and connect to tile map services. Here we are on QGIS desktop again. There is no TMS here, but all the tile map services are connected by XYZ tiles. So right click on this. Before this, I would like to tell you that there's only one connection already there, OpenStreetMap. So we want to add the road map. So right click on it and new connection like before. Paste the URL here in the second row, paste. And this is OSM OpenStreetMap Surfer Roads. And leave everything as it is, zoom level and all that. So add. Then if you click on this arrow, so it opens up and you see this OpenStreet Surfer Road added. If you double click on it, and that displays the road and for the old map, for the entire world, OSM Surfer Road. So that's how you add tile map services to QGIS. Now this way, you can add one web map services or one tile map services at a time. But often we need to add many. And that can be done by using a different method called Python script. And I'll demonstrate that to you next. But first, let me remove this from here. So keep it clean. Remove this. Now, open the Python console. You can go to plugins and you can see Python console here. You can click that, or you will find this icon sitting on your desktop. So you can click on this and it opens the Python console here. This is the Python console. So here, normally you wouldn't see this Python console when you first open. You may not see, you may see like this, but go to this show editor function here, one of the icon, bit gray in color, so hard to see. So editor, click on this, and that screen comes in on your right. So then when you are on this screen, go on the top left icon, open. That opens a new window to look for Python script file. I have this Python script file, QGIS basemaps.py. Select this and open. I will provide you that file for you to download and use for your system. So once you have opened, then go to this run script, green arrow pointing right, run script. Click on this and it runs the script. It will take a little bit of time, and you can see it's running. And I'll pause for a few seconds and come back to this. Once the script running is completed, you can just simply close this console, close this. And in most cases, you will need to restart QGIS. So if you can't see those services added instantly, they should be added in this XYZ tiles like this. Lots of services now. Before we had only 2, as you can see. If you do not see instantly, just close the QGIS desktop and restart it. Then those services will appear. So as you can see, lots of services, tile map services added, and you can go to any of these and put it here. It's a Google map, for example, S3 satellite, and so on. You can keep adding. There's lots of handy services available to you. So you can add, you can remove, you can display what you like, do anything. So can use as a base map services. So we'll leave it there and go back to our presentation and complete this session. So we have performed these tasks and completed, went to this website, grabbed web map services and added, connected to QGIS, went to this site, grabbed tile map services and connected to QGIS and installed Python script through Python console. So in conclusion, we hopefully developed some understanding of map services, installed and customized quick map services plugins. Now remember, I didn't fully demonstrate the customization of installation and customization of quick map services plugins. However, you need to complete that task. So install and customize it by going through settings. We connected to web map services, connected web map services to QGIS, connected to one tile map services to QGIS, and we added several base maps to QGIS XYZ tiles via Python script. Remember, when you do this last bit, you might have to restart your QGIS desktop. Close down and restart. So that's it for today's presentation. I will see you in the next. Until then, bye from